What's up, everybody? It's Mike the Tour Guide, checking out seed generation after the latest update. In the latest update, they said that they fixed how hills and mountains generate, so they made them taller. And whenever 4J and Mojang say, hey, we fixed this with seed generation, I always take a look to see exactly what it did to everything else. Obviously, mountains are taller. In fact, I did a video the other day. I was unaware of the update. Automatic updates kind of blinded me to the fact, and I started looking at seeds. I'm like, whoa, look at these mountains. That's crazy. I never see these anymore. Well, they fixed them. That's why I was seeing them. So whenever anything like that happens, I always go back and look. And it's easier for me to do it now. When TU31 came out, I hadn't started taking pictures of all my maps yet. So it just felt different and it felt weird. And I felt like there was a lot of water, but I couldn't necessarily prove it. I ended up being right, but now I can actually look at this and I can definitively say there's more water. It's a little more subtle than after TU31 came out, but if you look at the circle that I have on the screen right now, this is the thumbnail for the video that I put out, I believe today. So the first circle we're looking at on the upper right hand side is, okay, there's a lot more water in that circle than in this one. See the difference? Now, if you look at the next circle, big, huge puddle in the new one, and a little square on the other one. So, in fact, I'm going to go over to that because this one's interesting. This right here, where I am, was essentially one square of water in the other map. Like one square, it's not like one block. It's more than one block. I think it's actually a chunk. So it's 16 by 16 by 16. Well, this is a lot bigger than 16 by 16. So let me move off of that real quick so you can see the difference. So you can actually see, if you look, I'm moving down like I can zoom in on the map. Oh my goodness. But if there's a darker square in the larger puddle, that's the size of the blue square before the generation stuff with the mountains happened. Now it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It's like 14 blue squares. All right, moving on to the next circle, which is right here. This again was just one little square of water where I am right now. And it's much more than one square. That right there is much more than one square. And what else is interesting is if you look at the edge of the map, yes, the edge of the map is water. I get it. If it's small or classic, whatever. If you're on a large map or a medium map, if you go to the very end and you hit that never-ending wall of cobble or of stone, you get water. It's just the ring around the map. But notice on the bottom of this map how much more ice is on there. That's kind of like a snapshot of the water that's been added. So it's a cold biome, so it's going to be ice. But look how much more ice there is. I mean, there's barely a little bit on the bottom left-hand side of that snow at the bottom of the map on the thumbnail. And if you look at the left-hand side of the map, once again, here is the new map after the update. Look at the map on the left side of this one. In between the two, I guess, villages. And just kind of work your way up. See how much more water's there? So, in the grand scheme of things, does this make a huge difference? Maybe not. I don't know. Yet to be determined. But I thought I would point it out. I mean, it's great to have these mountains, up to standard as far as their size and their the sense of scale goes. But like I said, I figured I would point it out. I don't know. I mean, I think in some situations it would make a difference. I think it will make a difference. I mean, if that water wasn't, like this right here, I think was the one that I was looking at before. Yeah, that's it. I mean, if this was desert and there's a village that's supposed to go there, maybe the village doesn't show up. If it's a desert and that's a desert temple, maybe the desert temple doesn't show up. There's a big difference between one square, like one, 16 by 16 block like this right down here. This, if you were to, go a couple more blocks, that would be the same as one of those squares in the map. And now it's this much water. So, and it seems to happen a lot more near where the taller mountains are. When something, it's almost like when you drink a milkshake and it's really thick, and you try to get the milkshake into the straw really, you just want it so bad, and your cheeks kind of squeeze in. It's kind of like that's what happened to the terrain that is around some of the taller mountains. I think this is another area that I noticed. Yeah, this is another one. So let's take a look at the other picture where the circle is. This right here was all land. Like, not... So, yeah, right there where the circle is. Sorry, I'm filming this ahead of drawing circles, so I'm trying to... I'm doing my best, folks. Right there, that's another example. So I guess it's not quite as noticeable on a map like this with like a whole bunch of land. But if you have a map that's the majority of it would be water, it might make more of a significant difference because your land is going to shrink yet again. It's not as pronounced as it was when TU31 came out, but water is being added in places. So I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. I mean, I know this is kind of nitpicky, and I see this stuff, and I notice it because I look at seeds. I present seeds to people, so maybe it's more pronounced and it's more noticeable by me because I'm specifically looking for it. You could probably go into these seeds without me showing them to you, and you wouldn't know the difference. But I thought it was kind of fascinating to look at something that I had just done a video on and see the difference in like literally. I mean, I filmed the video a couple weeks ago, but seeing the difference in something that I somewhat remember filming. So anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so. And until next time, have fun.